him to be an imbecile. But when the cameras are on, man, oh man, they cannot get enough of everything he says.
We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. I will do away with red traffic lights, only green from now on. Keep it moving. America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back, and measles are back. We love our measles, don't we? Little spots. Pink, pink, pink. So cool. So itchy. I've had them on my balls. I also signed an executive order to ban women from having their periods. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. Melania says it's that time of the month, all month. She's fantastic. So much menstruation. Melania.
Thing has brought back my 8-year-old self. It's been a gift from God. It's like literally like brought me back to 8 years old, where I used to sit in my room. Trump is toast.
Oh man, Jim Carrey and Jimmy Kimmel just teamed up for a roast that could rival WWE's finest matches, except instead of body slams, it's pure comedic carnage. Kimmel's delivering burns like it's Thanksgiving dinner, and the Trumps? Well, let's just say if glares were lawsuits, this would be a courtroom showdown. What did they say to send MAGA world into a meltdown? Get ready, because this is savage, hilarious, and completely admissible.
Donald Trump has pushed us to the point where we can't even agree on the weather. What a stupid time to be alive. But has anyone thought about unplugging America and plugging it back in again?
Parentless. We are babysat by the television. We're taught how to think by the television. That's the dangerous thing about what's going on right now. There are generations growing up right now who are learning to lie. That lying is okay.
Yeah.
That this
kids say fake news.
That you're supposed to hate half the country.
Right.
You know, and if anything, we've got to get back to a place where we realize that a vote is not who you are. You know, and because you voted Republican, you're not stupid, you're not different, you're not worthless. You know, I could break bread with anybody who voted for Trump. We could find some common ground to love.
Jim Carrey and Jimmy Kimmel just unleashed the comedic roast of the century on Donald and Melania Trump. And let's face it, this was long overdue. If Karma had a late-night show, this would be its grand finale. Carrey, a walking cartoon with the power to turn any moment into an absurd masterpiece, went full throttle. And Kimmel, the king of late-night sarcasm, cut through Trump's fragile ego like a hot knife through butter. The result? A beautifully brutal takedown that had even Trump's most die-hard fans squirming in their red hats.
The White House put out a memo today warning federal agencies to prepare for mass layoffs. But don't worry, none of this will affect the butler who brings Trump his Diet Cokes. Not that time today. You know, they sent an email to millions of government employees instructing them to share 5 things they accomplished last week. Trump said they would be fired if they didn't, then said they wouldn't be fired. Then he said they would be semi-fired. Now he's saying they'll be wood-fired with Carmel.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe. Trump, of course, is probably furiously typing in all caps right now, pretending not to care while secretly planning a 3 a.m. rant about woke Hollywood elites and low ratings. The irony? He's way more concerned about what celebrities think of him than he is about actual policies or, you know, basic geography. Remember when he thought Belgium was a city? Yeah, we haven't forgotten either.
Kimmel's a loser. Dude, Jimmy Kimmel. I did him a lot. He'd be standing on the sidewalk. Oh, sir, may I bring you in? He'd bring me in every time. All they do is talk bad.
And let's not forget Melania in all of this. While she typically floats in the background like an AI-generated first lady, she didn't escape unscathed. Kimmel had a blast poking fun at her robotic demeanor, throwing just the right amount of shade to make you question if she even wanted to be there. Was she rolling her eyes behind those oversized sunglasses? Probably. Was she already brainstorming her next Be Best campaign? This time aimed at stopping her husband from rage tweeting? One can only hope.
Modern times, he criticized capitalism without a conscience. And that's what we have now. We have capitalism without a conscience. He showed the common man being fed through gears of the brutal, dehumanizing industrial age. He took on the American right wing of his day, its worst evils: hatred of immigrants, contempt for the truth, greed, and the abuse of power. We are fighting those same evils today.
The best part? Carrey and Kimmel didn't even need to exaggerate anything. They simply held up a mirror to the absurdity of Trump's existence and let the jokes write themselves. It's like nature created him to be satyr, a walking, talking parody. The difference? The joke isn't on us, it's on him.
As is tradition, except for 4 years ago when Trump refused to do it, the outgoing first couple welcomed the incoming president and first lady, which was interesting to watch. Trump actually got involved in Melania's outfit for this ceremony. A lot of people are talking about it. He told her he thought it would be super hot if she dressed like a goth Al Capone. And so she did. We found Carmen Sandiego.
Imagine waking up every morning and realizing that your biggest enemy isn't a foreign superpower, a secret cabal, or even the IRS. It's two late-night comedians armed with jokes sharper than Trump's grasp of basic geography. The irony here is almost poetic. The man who built his brand on being the loudest, thinnest-skinned bully in the room is now melting down over a little comedic payback. It's like watching a pro wrestler suddenly complain that the punches are too real. For years, Trump threw insults like an unsupervised toddler in a candy store, wild, nonsensical, and with zero regard for reality. And now, Jim Carrey and Jimmy Kimmel are simply handing him a taste of his own medicine. The difference? They're actually funny. No playground-level nicknames or all-caps rage tweets, just sharp, biting humor that exposes the absurdity of Trump's entire existence. And the best part? It's not just Trump who's getting roasted. Melania got her fair share of shade too. Kimmel, with his signature smirk, pointed out what everyone's been thinking for years. Does Melania actually like her husband, or is she just biding her time like a contestant on Survivor? Mar-a-Lago edition. 1 minute she's slapping his hand away in public. The next she's delivering robotic speeches about kindness while standing next to the least kind man on the planet. The contradictions practically write themselves.
Melania also went into detail about her favorite moment as First Lady.
People always asking me, what was your favorite memory as First Lady? It was in 2020 when Donald get the China virus and he was airlifted to hospital like sick elephant. Darling and I threw a party on that glory. We danced around giant bonfire and shot fire cookers at my friends. I had Link in the bedroom all to myself and did not sleep wink. Too many smiling. Sadly, the elephant naked.
It's Humpy time.
Oh, elephant finally.
You know what? There's still a spark between them. That's